Okay, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. OBS wasn't even opened up in the first place, and I'm pissed off about that. So, because I've already read a lot of this, I'm not gonna read. You can just, like, pause and read it yourself. I'm not gonna deal with this. And this is where I left that when I realized OBS wasn't even opened. One of the losses Citizen tab. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all these little bubbles curiously hidden into the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded, as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches zero. Maybe it'll be best not to be near it when this happens. Minutes in the future. Though perhaps not a few as implied by the circumstance. A peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. Linked. Okay. Go outside and get some sun. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures, by which, of course, you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. The door shuts behind you. The panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Uh, the LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. Curiously brought the funny-looking spirograph. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. The floor rotates in a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. It's like the triangly fractal. The triangly fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. You go through the door to find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in, while a clock was saying not to something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there is something in here that'll help you escape. Against the wall is another perplexing contraption. Against the opposite wall is a sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable, with the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, not entered by the previous user. Yes. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it seems like there is a meter stick propped up here for some reason. That's your trusty knife to meter stick. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. It would probably be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife. It makes you want to slit your wrists, or at the very least flog your carpet with some sort of measuring apparatus. Look at the other wall. Examine the perplexing contraption across the room. Yeah, of course, I have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod with your handy ruler. You're quite sure this is what science is all about. Triangle pattern. Go back to the control panel, which obviously controls that gizmo. You push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. You purify a pumpkin, obviously. Oh, hey, this is the pumpkin from Jade's room. Or where Jade was, at least. It seems this mysterious gourd was transported, purified, from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you're on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will take any objects that exist at whatever time and location you supply. There is a symbol card on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. Devour pumpkin. You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. Try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Green buttons. You examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is a house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one on closer inspection appears to be a map for this underground facility, with an X marking its center. Press the green button on the right. Push the button. All the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it may for a useful reference point for your current bearings. Fiddle with the dials. Only one way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It would be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because I have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You go with that. Purify your trusty knife. Ooh, you nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife. Cantown. You nudge the numbers a bit and purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You believe that time is at a premium after all. Purify the pumpkin. This machine look like a purifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both purify and purify things is so laughably ridiculous. You wish someone would purify your brain and purify it with a brain that more smart and less dumb. You trust your knife to carve spook schema and pumpkin. What the hell are you talking about? This makes no sense at all. It is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in the gore next time. Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing the decadent cache of gorgeous, seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Move spirograph switch. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph-shaped indentation and will probably require a special kind of key to turn it. Purify Firefly out of the amber. It's free. You release your blinky new friend. You'll give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Just time out to purify raw pumpkin. The past. You, in serenity, consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You're assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you're not sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty raw pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. It seems the purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin purifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. A purifier the grate over the entrance to the facility. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was written and saw your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It is time to get this show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button. Again, this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Nice. Haste into the exit, post-haste. Psych? Oh wait, unpsych. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5 times cliffhanger combo and fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. Ascend. What just happened? I don't think I understood a single thing that happened. Wait, I'll try to make sense of what happened. I'll try to. So I believe, he's probably like traveling, maybe back in time, or maybe as he was traveling to like the different places, we just got to select the backstory of what happened. Basically, after Egbert's neighborhood got bombed by the massive meteor, massive, like Ninja's little taper fade, like a tree sprouted and then dropped like this house looking thing, which the merchant guy seems to live in, I'm guessing. And then you have like a volcano, which for sure a meteor like destroyed a huge chunk of. And then that place like slowly turned into like this frog kingdom thing, which then got turned into ruins. Which also is where the Wayward Vagabond landed. And then I forgot what happened. The only thing I remember next is Dave seems to be facing off against his brother. And then I need to look at this again real quick. Ah, shoot. Alright, wait. Real quick, let me turn this down. So basically that bunker place the Vagabond was in seems to be like a pod or something. I'm not sure why it was made, but whatever. So he gets blasted off along with Serenity. So here's John's neighborhood. There's the meteor. And then, years into the future, a tree sprouts. And then, like, some sort of house drops from it. There's a merchant. And the merchant standing in front of the thing. Here's the volcano. And then the meteor. Looks like Suburb. So I'm pretty sure Suburb is the thing causing all these meteors. There's the Frog Kingdom, which then gets destroyed. And then Rose seems to be struggling with the generator. Then here's her mom. I'm guessing that's her mom. And then here's like the Imp Kingdom. And then his dad manages to break free. And here's Dave, facing off against his brother. Is he threatening Lil Cow or something? Then here we go, here's the Vagabond. And then, now we are here. The end of Act 2. Dear John. Oh, Colonel Sasker's text. Oh. Oh no. Oh god, I gotta prepare my mouth for this. I think my jaw's actually gonna, like, fall off after I'm done with this. Alright. Oh, that mosquito! Alright, I think I'm ready. You're no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the manner needed to lift a book is itself a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp your nuance of Sasker's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh. But I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. This journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some, though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps we will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will be a day when you'll be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve into even deeper into a realm of wearing royalty in a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles are consorts and colonel sprites, the toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm wherefore will gather the hair of breach and seer of light, the night of time, the witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. Oh, a silly girl not by her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics. Ah, silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her. But since she is slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. Might as well just give her a name right now. Uh, Farm Stink Butt Lass. I guess her name is Farm Stink. Wake up! Tried to rouse Farm Stink from her slumber, but she is really down for the count. Seems like she is holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from they're right there, in plain sight. Look, they're flashing red. Pumpkin on Farm Stink. What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly it is hard to imagine there is ever a pumpkin in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that'd be a really terrible thing to do, but to poor sweet Farm Stink. Seems to be teleported by a vagabond. Nope. Farm Stink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is Jade Harley. Yes. Oh, she's awake. She's a pumpkin on her shirt. Wait. Okay, so we can't see her shirt. Never mind. Wait, it's a leaf. Okay, wait, was there anything? No. Your name is Jade. You have just woken from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all. Even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Play a silly flute refrain. Sorry if that was really long. It is. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Wait. Real quick, let me see. It's a leaf still. And now it's a pumpkin. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, I have no idea where this feeling came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially to your unending chagrin. Chagrin? Any sort of large orange gourd that might be lying around. Consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Capture the flute. On second thought, it is a perfectly nice flute, and there is no reason to take out your frustration on it. You just need some practice. But before you capture the flute, you'll need to set your fetch modus first. Modus. Roll over above with mouse. You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You were really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if a little strict. You typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matters to data play practicality. Memory. You set your modus to memory and capture the flute. You'll allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck. Since that flute will be more than enough for your needs at the moment, the modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick one card and then pick its matching card. For the typical serial dexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching, but you like it because you seem to have a knack for always for guessing right on the first try. Squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It is an awfully silly idea. It is basically a waste of everyone's time. You predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so fun. Wow, she's the only one that actually listened to the instincts or whatever. Capture the bag of fertilizer. Consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. So you have a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means there's something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index reminds you that there's something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You're further reminded you have some things to do outside your house soon. You should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Catch the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap that pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully, the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. Exit the room. Wait, her shirt's different. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs, your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Catalog something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You grab a juicy red crab apple. You grab a nice looking key lime. You then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. And finally, hey, her shirt's Egbert's ghost. Finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Motives fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. The bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. You transportalize upstairs. Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On the side of this room, you are immediately confronted by your numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of anthropomorphological persuasion. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you're at times prone to patterns of precognitive, precognitive pro, prognostication. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize that is only one half of your room, and is therefore host only half of your interest to choose from. What other half? A lot of guns. Over here, there are yet more articles on your aforementioned interests, and then some additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game hunting firearms. You are a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, either morphologically persuaded or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire, and he has taught you everything you need to know. But in spite of all these lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures while you are on the way out of his house. While you're on the way out of the house to run your errands, he spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to adventure out and find your pet and best friend named Becquerel. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you really should dig out your computer to have the John. Now, what do you do? Firearms. You equip your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Grandpa caught you leaving the house without it. Wonder why the design on your shirt changed. Oh yeah, it's a nuclear symbol now. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to the setting in the near future. After log near a Squiddles doll and hug it. Just before you grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in the underbellies become activated, and two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. And she's happy about it. She is so cool. Lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh, but you can never do that. With what marvelous creatures they are, with daring dreams to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How did you wish you can know their world, till one night those muted paw pads triumphs up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber as the soper seeps from your eyes. They detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words flow from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now. A force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright. The Farcial yoke the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friends must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Pick up your toys! Wow, that was a lot of reading. I don't like this. Okay, thank God, I swear, if my mic was turned off, then I would have distorted. Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your Manthro champs. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, Coxcomb, how will you ever be received at a barnyard gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Mantho chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop tro. Organize all your dolls. You gather all your dolls into a rather cozy-looking pile. Change wardrobe with fire setting. You deactivate the wardrobe with fire's randomization mode and set it to cycle through these three shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you came to the best possible conclusion, which is linked. Okay, so pick Jade's shirt. You have the leaf, spirograph, flower, ghost, devil beast, pumpkin, atom, I'm guessing. Yeah. Squiddle, radioactive, and then sun. Seems like a whole lot of people will want to do the atom. Makes us up to 3 options. I guess here, the spirograph, atom, and sun might be the most highly rated. Yeah, it is. Spirograph, atom, and sun. I know this is probably like really outdated considering the fact this was made like 2009 or 2010 maybe in Act 3, but whatever. I'm gonna choose my favorite. Let's do spirograph. Oh yeah, it is. I literally can't even interact with it. Okay, that was a waste of time. Sorry about that. Forgot the window. It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. It's peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. I'm not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy, when he had unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as he can remember. You have chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for eclectic eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits? Retrieve fursuit from magic chest. Is Jade a furry? What is this nonsense about fursuits? You don't own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic faunas are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves, or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still just be a silly girl draped in raggedy synthetic toughy piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? That is, it is not a magic chest, it is your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and so contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are completely bogus. Chest. Among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball, plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8 ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sooth. Yes, among the useful gizmos are of course your computer, which you keep inside the fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos to keep handy so you don't always have to make a long trip to the kitchen. There is a cool cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which clearly is a wacky variation on the much more common household item, the frigificator. The refrigificator. Examine Magic 8 Ball and Magic Cue Ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the Magic 8 Ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. Then this is its reply when you ask if it's your friend John's birthday today. See? Stupid. Yes, maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device, and you always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you. As this thing gives you a bad vibe, you might consider smashing it, but you're a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision, and specifically, unfortunately, it lost a portal on its surface that allows you to view its prediction. You put both these pieces of junk back in the box. Refrigerator. The refrigificator, or whatever. You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. Take your lunch top too, but because obviously you're gonna be using that pretty soon. Oops. Because of your flu. Who cares? Feed your friend. Here, before you go out, feedback. You'll need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to get a stab at matching the cards to use the gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside while providing a few generous hints. No, no, warmer, warmer, cooler, cooler, cold, warmer, yes, no, nah, 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 maybe, nah. Lemon, lime, I mean, close enough. They're technically the same thing. Yes, let the key lime. Way to go. Lemon. Hot? Wait. No, cold, really cold. Frozen fucking tundra! Take another crack at this. An orange. Congratulations, you advance your matching skills to a new level. Yukon Hero, Legacy of the Frostbite amputee. Jay is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. Apple. If it were known in advance how terrible you're going to be at this matchmaking game, the author may have given second thought to prepare you this cool interactive flash application. Literally these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Take fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits are unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored. But you stick them in it anyways. You take a look at your refrigerator's rotary interference. You wonder what he is in the mood for today. Steak. Oh well, it's a rotary dial, there are no buttons to press, but whatever. That doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure because Becquerel is in the mood for it because he is in the mood for steak every day and is never in the mood for anything else. He does like his steak well cooked. Lightly irradiate steak. He does prefer his steak rare after all, but you will not dignify the thoughts range and on much further because you are not retarded. I think it's radiated. You catalog the radiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want all this nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Examine the atomic base by your head. Bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity. The perfect instrument for the eclectically spirited. You tune the strings way down, of course, because your stumpy arms cannot reach the low notes. You switch your electric bass to its advanced setting, but you promptly switch it back since obviously it's too complicated to play in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming. And because you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casually jam is what you're gonna do. Play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. And Jade's house is here. Hey, there's the package for Suburb, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is the Frog Kingdom from the Wayward Vagabonds little cutscene. That's cool. Cash log the base. Stay at the portable AMP or AMP for the wall socket too. Open lunch top. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushie pile before getting down to business with your computer. Get down to business. Well, There's a lot happening. Wow. Nice. Pastor Chum. Hey, look, John is online. Hooray. Also, looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Wow, there's a lot happening. Pastor John. You agree, John, but he does not respond. He is undoubtedly, gallantly around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the two packages in two envelopes which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You'll wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. See if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. He is not pure or so, but you just never know with that crazy and cool guy. So cool. Well, hey, oh, you're so big on, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chunked by her coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say, like I'm the Grand Marshal or gross chumpage. Waving around my faggoty chump doctor baton, assistant director chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumping Way, wait, week, Chumple still skin Trumple dip shit. Yeah, you're asleep, YN. ASL. S equals species. Baboon. Kangaroo rat. Gift twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess you're not awake, you're unasleep. Or whatever you are. Just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting killer persona here. Like, I don't know how, like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard in a fuck ton of body paint. Some like sinewy, back arching Cirque du Soleil looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground getting good prowl on. Like I dropped my keys in the dark. Nimblest son of a bitch who had the grumpton to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face. For a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Jason, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open and on my lap and primed for a goddamn bear, and you're gone. By the way, my name is Equi Permusk. Hardest buttock in this jungle. Tempered steel. Hey, yeah, I just wanted to give you this remix I finished here. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyways. Talk to you tomorrow. Fresh Jams. You've been the Fresh Jams media player and add Dave's remix to the playlist. Open Echid, Echinda or Echidna, and go to mspainadventure.com. Well, it's John Egbert. You open your web browser and visit MS Paint Adventures. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. Looks like you're just finishing some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. Enter intermission. Midnight Crew Act 1031. What's happening? Uh, wow. You've killed a little time, but still no time, John. That was it. Okay. Pastor Dave. Hi, Dave. Hey, what's up? Not much stuff with you, bro. He got a good one. Alright. Pretty sure I've already seen this before. Definitely. Ooh, here we go. Oh, shoot. Little cow. Oh no, he's getting infinite comboed. Rose is online. Pester Rose. I acquire a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriatingly non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Yes, okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just not. But it's just that you'll lose your internet connection soon. And we won't talk again for a pretty long time, and not until you enter. Enter? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is the itch that I need scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable. It is limitless. Lol, what do you want to know? You've been insisting today was a big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you set I get in the mail and did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John at his computer. You don't even have the game yourself, and on top of all that, my internet is unstable. So, are you sure today is the day? There sure are a lot of challenges. Yes, I'm sure. Dave is cool. You know he'll come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first. And so do you. You will need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It will be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with YouTube. Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you'll think little of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moray over there on Murder Island. Well, honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Ha! Dark? That's ridiculous! I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you'll have your questions answered, but they'll be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see. It'll be fun. Looks like you gotta go to take care of Rose. Take care of Rose. Be the other girl. You're not the other girl. Several hours into the future, it appears the secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Descend. Stop being the other girl and Pastor John again. You spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch shop and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. I feel like this has been shorter than the other videos, but I'm not sure. Those like 2 giant paragraphs really hurt my mouth. And now I believe I'm out of commission to read for a while. Anyways, goodbye.